I am, as Simon said, an associate at Ramble. I am going to go over a little bit of my career path in a minute, but I basically wear 3 hats, which is quite unusual for where I am and the level I'm at now. So I do environmental impact assessment. I'm responsible for running and coordinating projects and delivering to deadlines and client expectations. I also am responsible for driving the technical area of socioeconomics, and then also I'm a BREEAM assessor, so I'm BREEAM Bespoke, BREEAM Retail, and then you kind of dabble with everything, and I'm a BREEAM accredited professional. Now, the point where I've got in my career, I also have a massive responsibility for business development, so I have to go out there and I have to win work, which is a whole different area of consultancy skills that you have to get behind if you want to go far in your career. So I joined Environmental Perspectives in 2006 as a graduate. It was 2 people that had left WSP, set up a sister consultancy, environmental consultancy, to a 12-company strong, 4-partner-led planning consultancy. So we basically grew from 2 people to 4 people in the first year, and then from 4 people to 6 people. Then the recession hit. We stayed at 6 people for quite a long time, and then we slowly built up to 10 people. The thing about a small consultancy, the benefit is you get thrown at everything. You don't just get put in a hole and said, work on this. You get a chance to do so much stuff, and it's not just different technical areas. It's not just EIA, BREEAM, sustainability, socioeconomics. I mean, I picked up all that stuff because I worked in a small consultancy, but I've also done things like, I did a lot of BREEAM projects for Whitbread. I was responsible for doing their sustainability and BREEAM standard for their new Hub by Premier Inn hotel chain. Because I got on well with the head of energy and environment there, I got the opportunity to do their environmental risk register for every Costa, Premier Inn, Brewers Fayre, you name it. There is a copy of my documents in every one of them. Now, I've never done that before. Our company had never done it before. But because we were small and we were quite mobile as a company, we turned around and said, yeah, we can do that, and did it. So there's a massive benefit to a small consultancy. The flip side of that, and it's kind of a bonus as well, is that you also get an opportunity to work on everything. So you're not just producing the EIA, you're going out and buying the folders to put it in, you're running the printing, you're working on the marketing, you're going out and writing an email to go out as an e-shot to your clients. You get to go to client events, you're going to client meetings and meeting from the get-go. The graduates that I worked with when I was at Environmental Perspectives were writing fee quotes in their 3rd week because we needed them to, because we didn't have the time, the money or the resource not to have everyone in the company pulling their weight. Now, the experience you get from that is golden. You're not going to get that at a large consultancy easily, and you're going to have to prove yourself as you go along. So it stood me in really good stead. And it meant that I progressed quite quickly in my last company. I eventually got to the point where I wanted to move on because it became apparent that I was going to be building up the company more than I was going to be building up my own career. And that was when I decided to make the move, and I moved to Ramble. Now, the flip side of being at Ramble, which is a 10,000 person strong, global, Danish headquartered consultancy, is that those things are there. So I don't buy my own folders for my EIAs anymore unless something has gone horribly wrong. I don't have to update the website myself. We have an IT department that does that. And I get to work on international projects like the football stadium in Gibraltar. I've done a casino in Latvia. I've done a couple of things in Middle East at the moment to do with Q22, Qatar 22, which is the FIFA aspects. So it's got a lot more going for it. But what's not changed is the skills that I've got myself. I took those with me. I built them up in a small consultancy. I got as many as I could. I never said no to anything. I worked really hard. If you want to get on, you do have to put the hours in. You can't just go, 5:30 guys, I'm out the door, because to be honest, the planning world and the consultancy world doesn't work like that. It is a hard slog. But if you put the time in, you gain the reward as much as the company does, because you get the experience, you get the projects on your CV, you get the CPD, and then when you move companies, you go in at a very different level because you can show things that their consultants haven't got.